This is Meri at the Meri. This is Meri at the Meri Atelier. I'm trying to get set up here. I want to work on a lunch bag project with AuntBec. I don't know how this is going to work out. We tried it through Google Hangouts, and I could get Google Hangouts on my old phone, but I can't get hers on my new phone. Hi, Vicky! Hi, Vicky! Hello to folks that are coming in. Hey, I want you to go over to AuntBecs' channel, AuntBecs Creations, because I'm going to be working on a lunch bag project with her. This is really kind of her time. So, so hello to everybody coming in. I'm going to do this the same way that I did with AuntBecs' channel. I mean, the same way that I did with Cindy's channel, only AuntBec is live right now. And this is her. I have to turn my sound on, and I'm on my old phone, which is giving me troubles today, too, with my connection. So I don't know how long I'm going to be able to stay on here. It's making me mad. So, I'm still getting technical things set up in my part of the world. But I have to turn sound on. So be patient with me. Hi, Janet and Azure. Are you guys in AuntBec's chat too at the same time? Let's see. I need to go to my settings and set sound on here for AuntBec. Sound and notification. You are. So you can watch both of us at the same time? Wow. Hi, B. Welcome, B. We're doing very much a test here. So anything can happen. I can fall at any time. I'm trying to work along with AuntBec, and I can't get into Google Hangouts on my new phone, and my old phone is kind of crappy. Let me get out of this sound. My old phone is old. And I'm still getting some other things set up here. Come on, now flip. Well, maybe if I just go into AuntBecs Live.
And then once I get it glued down, I'll glue my pocket down on top of it.
Now, AuntBec is talking, and I'm going to work along with her. So you might hear both of us if you're in here. Hi, Angel. The only problem is with my old phone, I have a problem with this old charger because it keeps falling out, but I need it to stay charged because it's only at 62%. So hopefully it's still charging. Yes, it is.
Seeing a lot of new names showing up in the chat.
I am too, AuntBec. Let's see. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Angel.
If you want to, you can ink your paper's edges. But to save time, I'm just doing this.
Okay. And of course, it's tossing me out.
Excuse me.
I think that this might have something to do with YouTube, too. Because I noticed the other day I complained to them, and I think they put me on a better server. So I'm going to kind of access YouTube help and ask them if there's any reason why I get kicked off so many times other than my connection. Because I shouldn't be getting kicked off this many times. I think I might be going live on a server that's very busy or something. So, AuntBec is working on her page. I'm not sure exactly what she's doing, except I know she's working on the lunch bag project. Who's in here? Janet and Vicky. Hello. Hi, Lisa. If you're still in here, I'm just kind of going back. B. Azure. Hello, ladies. Hello, hello, hello to anybody who's still with me. Thank you, Angel. Angel, what's your real name? Or do you want to tell us? You're new to me.
The channel, that is. I just gotta come up with
I am going to work on my May lunch bag. My lunch bag project is just a little bit smaller than Aunt Bec's.
I had a request by someone that said,
but I have my measurements right here.
The same trouble, so she thought it would be a good idea if I did a review to share
Yeah, hang in there.
pros and cons of it. We might do that this next week.
Okay, if I sit down, I can't see comments because I got my old phone set on Aunt Bec. She's talking in the background. She's working on her lunch bag. So I'm going to stand up for a while so I can see if any comments are going on in there. I'm going to pull out a lunch bag. I really wish I could get on Google. Aunt Bec and I are going to have to set up a practice and practice. This is the paper that I'm going to use for May. Isn't that pretty? It's just a scrapbook pad that I got at Michael's when they were having their blowout sale. It's a Recollections brand. So, yeah, it looks like Aunt Bec is working on some hearts. I think some of you might be in both chats. Thank you, Janet. So, this is my January page here. The Aunt Bec talked me through this. And this is the February one, which I think we did a little bit better. And the March one I got completely messed up because I was trying to do it alone, but I got through it. And this is the April one, which turned out pretty again. So, I'm going to work on May.
Art Sherpa just went live. She's painting Bridget Spring Queen Fairy in acrylic painting.
Aunt Bec said that Art Sherpa just went live.
Everybody on here's heard of the Art Sherpa, Cinnamon Cooney.
Cinnamon Cooney.
Painting tutorials and chat. They're always a lot of fun to watch. You never know what Cinnamon's going to have atop her head, that's for sure.
So I need to cut this at 9 3/4. But I think I'm going to trim this top part off. Or maybe this is just perforated. Mary, May is Becky's anniversary month. So she's decorating her page in hearts. Oh, wow. Aunt Bec, that's so neat. I wondered why she was doing hearts for May. Happy anniversary, Aunt Bec. I know you can't hear me, but I'm still going to say happy anniversary to you.
If you hate it or you're not interested, you can give me a thumbs down. It doesn't bother me.
So 9 3/4 by 9 3/4 by
what ticks me off is
5. 5 inches? Is that right? That's what I have.
I have my grandmother in my head. If you can't say anything nice, don't say anything
Oh, I
at
think
all.
it's 4 3/4 because I need a little bit.
That.
I need a little bit on each side. So it's 9 and...
Card. I got these playing cards at the Goodwill.
Let's see, front page is 6 3/4 by 4 3/4. I always get mixed up on this. So I want 4 3/4 here.
This big tag.
And I want it on there, so I got to turn it this way.
On the side of the bag that doesn't have the pocket.
Yeah, I wish that I could get a really good technical setup. I'm just not quite there yet. Not quite there, but I struggle through it. Okay, and then it is 6 3/4. So this is Aunt Bec's anniversary month. 6 3/4.
One of these is almost dried out.
How am I doing this?
So
This
I don't want to
way.
use that one.
6 3/4.
Hi, Susan Baker.
Now I don't see. Is Linda McAllister doing a Google Hangouts with Aunt Bec yet? Because I don't see her on my YouTube over here. Did Linda get out? Because I don't see her with Aunt Bec. Did I cut that too short? Nope. Yes, I did. I wasn't paying attention. But lucky for me, I can just mend it here. What did I do? I cut it at 5 3/4. I need an extra couple inches. Boy, did I blow it. No hangouts today? Okay, no one is in there with her. Okay. We're going to have to practice that. I should have cornered AuntBec and said, AuntBec, we need to practice privately before we actually went live here. But that's okay. That's how we learn.
And I've got quite a delay. There we go.
There, I think, actually, I think I'll put it, shall I put it upside down? Because it's just writing. It's got this, but that, I guess it's got it up in there too, so I guess I'll leave it right side up.
Now this is the other half of the 12 by 12 from the flag, where I made the flag.
I'm just talking away.
5 3/4. I'm going to cut this at
5 3/4. Maybe that's why I cut mine at 5 3/4, because I was listening to AuntBec. I'm going to have to open this because I don't know what I did with my other tape.
Cover a little bit more of the brown paper on this side.
AuntBec's is looking nice. Her anniversary month.
With the other side of the tag.
No one is there with her yet. Okay.
This is 11. So
Well, I think Linda was there earlier. I tried to get in, and I got in with my old phone, but my old phone gets really hot with Google Hangouts, and all she could see was the top of my head, which has I have a hair clip in it. And I probably looked pretty funny to you guys. I wasn't planning on my head showing.
I need to quarter round these.
In fact, I am going to show my face eventually to you guys, but the issue with me is as I'm growing out my gray hair, and I'm not ashamed of it, I'm just growing it out, but I'm kind of two-toned at the moment. So once I get everything all grown out to a point to where I can go get a nice haircut, then I'll come on live and show my face. I've shown my face on YouTube before, but that's when I had brown hair. But I've colored my hair for years and years and years. I'm not ashamed to say. When you're working out in the workplace full time, maybe it's just me, but when you color your hair, I think you're taken a little bit more seriously. Are you two-toned too? We're the two-toned ladies, Janet. I want to grow mine out, but it might take the summer. It's getting there, but it might take the summer. I don't want to get it cut real short over the summer. I like to pull my hair back and pile it on top of my head. And it really, right now I'm doing that. And it's fun to do that. And I look better with that than in total short hair. Blonde and gray. Well, I'm brown and gray. You're blonde and gray. I think blonde would probably blend in a little bit more than brown. I have to, you know what? I didn't trim this down. I need to trim my bag down. Maybe that's why it's too short. I need to trim my bag down to 9 3/4. Maybe I'm okay on this piece yet. This has to be trimmed down to 9 3/4, but I better trim it this way. Let's see. I'm kind of trying to think about too many things at once. I'll bet you I'm okay on this. Because I had to trim my bags down just a little bit.
Oh, there goes the mail lady. Yeah, she stopped at our mailbox.
And I think I'll be okay with this. Yay! I will. All right, I didn't need that bottom piece. With bangs. Oh, wait, let's see.
Days where you just need something on in the background.
I have long hair down to your... Oh, Janet says her hair's down to her waist. Well, mine's not quite that long. Mine is probably just right, the longest parts probably come right under my shoulder blades. Not quite down to my waist yet. But I'm tempted to try to cut that part myself because I always pull it up. Nobody sees me with my hair pulled down, so if I cut it uneven, nobody would know. And then when I got ready, and you know how your hair gets, it grows better if it's trimmed, if the ends are trimmed off. And it might grow faster if I trimmed it a little, even if I trimmed it uneven. And then, oh, yours is long and wavy. And Janet has bangs and her kids don't want her to cut it off. That's why we need to grow it out, Janet. Because I don't want to cut mine off. Mine is straight. Mine isn't wavy. Mine gets really full and it's not wavy, but it's kind of full. And it's not real thick, but it gets thicker right after I've washed it. And it's white on top. I mean, it's snow white on top. I look like an old lady. I look like my grandmother. But I'm okay with that. I'm really okay with it. In our today's world, it's a little bit more accepted. Thank goodness. I don't have to color my hair anymore. I hated coloring my hair.
I'm certain it was Christina Warner.
Some long bangs. I usually trim mine off just right at my eyebrows, Azure.
There ain't any moving it.
You just keep... Janet keeps constantly trimming it to keep it healthy looking. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that to mine, Janet, because to tell you the truth, I think it would probably grow better. And I'm always tying my hair up.
Backing into the trash can. Most of it's hitting the floor. If the cats show up, I'll think that's grand.
Aunt Beck's talking about her kitty cats.
I barely knew anything when Linda was helping me earlier because
I missed Aunt Beck's Impromptu last night, and I watched a little bit of it, but I didn't have a chance to respond to her. She did an impromptu, and I didn't know, of course, until it was all over with. I was otherwise occupied last night. So...
too good at getting those even.
Not last night, yesterday afternoon. I think she went yesterday afternoon, and I was in a Zoom with some of my other art friends. But if I would have known Aunt Beck was live, I might have zoomed out of there because we went really late last night. In fact, I was the one who said, I gotta go make gravy and mashed potatoes for supper. And usually I'm the one who's the last to leave. Oh, I'm liking this. So May is Aunt Beck's anniversary month. That is interesting.
It's just Scott.
Pull these out.
He's not feeling good.
Scott is her husband, and he's home, and he's not feeling good, Aunt Beck is saying. Now, I like this here, but I think I want a little bit more pattern down there. And I might put these here. I got more than one sheet of this. I've got 2 sheets. I also have...
To be honest, I didn't really enjoy it as much as I thought I would. Which was really shocking to me because I was drinking...
I also have these, which would go nice. Let's look at this.
And switch to green tea, no caffeine.
This is so pretty. I wanted to do some scissors with some of these, though, too. These would make pretty scissors handles.
You know what? I ought to do that. I ought to connect the 2 with the belly band.
Oh, she's talking about a belly band. See, I wish I could talk to Aunt Beck. That's the fun of Google Hangouts. So once we get Google Hangouts figured out, we can talk to each other.
Sorry. Okay, we'll see you later, Irene.
Hi, Marie. Hi, Marie. Welcome. I'm listening to Aunt Beck's live. Aunt Beck is live right now, and I'm listening to her live. She knows I'm listening to her. I don't know if you can see it because, to me, when I look through my big camera up here, this screen looks dark. And I don't know if you can see that, but when I look directly at my phone down here without looking through the camera, I can see what AuntBec is doing. So it's the lighting issue for me. I'm looking for something that will go good with.
He doesn't get sick often, but when he does,
Ooh, that's pretty, isn't it?
Really
ooh, I like that.
I'm kind of
maybe those birds.
Staying home.
That's what I'm going to do. If I can get them cut right.
He's gone to get the mail out of the mailbox.
Yeah, AuntBec is a good player. She rose with Meri's idiosyncrasy, punches and falling in and falling out. And
This will actually match. I just got to make sure I'm.
see if I'm still charging here. I'm at 60%, but it's charging. Hopefully it'll.
I have to go up to the Chinese restaurant.
Hopefully it will stay live for me. I might burn my battery out on that. Old phone's just an old phone. But there might be some other solutions. Oh, here in a bit. I'm not quite set up with it, so.
And the room, you sit up and the room keeps moving without you, or you'll turn fast.
What did I do there? Was that going to show? No, I think I'm just.
Not moving at the same rate.
I'm not liking that. What did I do? Boo, Meri!
Okay, there we go. Oh,
I'm mad at me. I'm going to get the other piece out.
Where I messed up.
That's right at the end there. And I'll use that one for something else. This paper I got on sale at Michael's the day that I ran away to Lincoln and went shopping. And I didn't even know that Michael's was having their big 70% blowout sale that weekend. But they were. And so I had fun shopping that weekend. What's going on in chat? Welcome to everybody who's coming in. Meri, I am working on... I'm working with AuntBec. AuntBecs Creations is live at the same time. That's what I have playing here. And she's working on her Lunchbag project. And I am working on mine along with her. This is a project that she's doing on her channel. And this is how the page is. This is April's page. And this is how, then you decorate them up, and she puts Happy Mail, and I haven't put any embellishments on mine yet. I am not that far yet. I'm lucky that I keep up with decorating the lunch bags. But eventually, they will go into a journal. And I'm thinking that I want mine to go in my same journal that I'm putting my Society of Idea Collectors and my Creative Year in. And I haven't decided whether I'm going to put them all together or put them in with the other months. You know, January, February, March, April, May, and have Society of Idea Collectors and my Creative Year, and then the same thing through them. I'm still deciding. But that's what I'm working on. And I messed this one up, so let's see if I can tear it better this time.
Brick is a real important thing to us. We hate vinyl siding because here it just swells and pops and creaks.
And AuntBec and her husband Scott are getting their house ready to sell, and I'm sitting here thinking she's gonna have they're gonna do so much work on that house that who's gonna want to sell? They're gonna want to live in it. Let's see. I'm gonna trim this so that both birds will show. So right about there at that bird's tail, I'm going to trim it. Yeah, I want to get Google Hangouts working so that I can talk to AuntBec while she's talking.
I matched up my belly band piece with each of the pieces, so I like that.
She's working on a belly band. See, I can listen to her, but...
Linda, you want to join if you want? I'll have to put my earphones back on.
Oh, I think Linda's going to rejoin. I had to turn it off of my old phone. I was getting it all messed up.
Mary's live right now on her channel.
I am back.
Watching me while she does her bag.
I am. I'm watching you. Keeping an eye on AuntBec. Let's see what size is that.
Just a second.
Inside tag is 9.5 high by 4.5. front bottom is 3 inches high by 4 3/4. So 3 inches would come this way. Oops. And at 3, 1, 2, 3, right there. I think AuntBec is getting Linda, I think, is going to rejoin AuntBec on the Google Hangouts. Linda McAllister.
All right, I've got my earphones on, and I sent you an invite, Linda.
So 3 inches high. That just doesn't seem right to me, but it says 3. Is that 3 inches? That doesn't seem like 3 inches to me. That it is? Why does that seem so short? Well, that's okay, Meri. As long as it's okay. By 4 3/4.
Hi, Meri. And then I need another piece of paper to do the other side.
I'm back. Sort of. It keeps disconnecting me. I'm not sure why that's happening, but if I complain to YouTube, like when I was gone here this time, I was gone longer, but I sent a message to YouTube saying it keeps disconnecting me, and I did that Friday night, and I didn't have any more issues. So I'm wondering if maybe they aren't putting me on a server that is
Use the heart paper.
not a good server. Let's see if I get disconnected anymore. Thank you for coming back in.
Well, my feathered flocking friends or whatever, and
Thank you for sticking with me.
there, I didn't hear Linda come in.
4 3/4. It happens to me quite a bit, and I need to find out if that's a YouTube issue or if that's a...
Maybe it's a problem with the email system or something.
Oh, is Linda having trouble?
It has rounded corners, so I'm going to round these corners on all sides.
It sounds like Linda's having trouble getting her invite. I was having trouble getting my invite from AuntBec.
Yeah, there she is.
4 3. Oh, there she is.
Okay, so now I'm not seeing you on the channel.
I think you have to have 3 people. 3 people in.
If I click on Linda, there's Linda.
Hi, Linda. Hi, Linda.
Linda, you're not showing up on YouTube. Why not?
Somebody tell them they have to have 3 people in the chat in order for both to show up.
Get there. Okay. Oh, Kelly, that's a good idea. I'll round the corners on the card too. So they match.
Somebody tell them that. If you're in AuntBec's chat, tell them that in order for both of them to show up in the little windows, there have to be at least 3 people in there.
Yeah, and Linda's got out her jelly print.
I found that out from watching Nikki and Aristi. Oh, is she up on the screen now? I'm not seeing. Well, she's on the screen, but AuntBec clicked over to her.
All right, I'm going to switch back to me.
Yeah.
Just you switch, you're the cameraman.
But AuntBec is switching back and forth. But there's a way when there's 3 people in the chat that all the little windows will show up down at the bottom. And you can see both of them at the same time. So that has to happen. There has to be 3 people in there in order for that to happen. Else AuntBec has to keep switching back and forth. I think that's how that goes. I'll talk to AuntBec later.
Get back over here to the chat so I can see the chat.
Oh, I need to trim this just a little bit more.
I found the big playing cards at the Goodwill Clearance Center. They were in one of the bins.
AuntBec is talking about her playing cards. And I got these at a garage sale. I got these Minion ones. And I go, oh, yay, Jumbo Minion playing cards. And look at these guys. But the thing of it is, all the backs are like this. And the only Minions show up on the King, Queen, Jack. You know, they just show up on these. And I'm going, I wanted Minions on every card. So I'm going to have to be kind of choosy.
They don't want any filming in them.
But if there's...
Doing it, I'm really
I think some of these minions are gone, but there might be enough for one for each month for the minions. I haven't gone through them yet because I haven't started putting my cards in there yet. But I'm going to use these minion ones, and I might decorate the backs. It just depends. But I'm keeping these with my lunch bag project. I was going to trim this just a bit.
Mary's saying here, as Zara said, Meri says you need 3 people for her to show up in the chat.
For her to show up in the little window down at the bottom.
So. We are not with the 2 of us.
Yeah, but she has...
She's saying if we had a 3rd person, I don't know. We'll
yeah.
This all out of it.
I'll have to talk to AuntBecs separately because she's not understanding. When you go Google's Live, you can have up to 10 people in the room. And when there's more than one person in there, you see all the people down at the bottom in little windows. But when there's only 2 people in there, AuntBec has to keep switching back and forth in order to see what's going on. It's kind of silly driving, so. I learned that from watching from watching Aristi and Nikki Parr. They kind of have that all figured out on their side. And Nikki might be able to help me figure out why I can't get an invite on Google. I was going to try this Google Hangouts with Nikki, but she wasn't feeling well that time when we were going to try it. She said she had a frozen shoulder, and I was wiped out, so I kind of canceled it. But I do want to, I think it would be fun to get on Google Live and do crafting simultaneously with people. I just think that would be so fun.
In my large 3+ broadcasts are muted when they join. I've got that set on no. Now, on Google Hangouts, it's doing that. Every time you make a noise, it switches to you, like it was doing earlier. So when I talk, it switches to me. Yeah. It's annoying, I think. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, that's kind of standard, though. When somebody talks, the screen switches to whoever's talking. That happens a lot in video conferencing.
Bear with us, guys.
Mary's over here in her own little world, listening to you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm liking this. I really do like this project. Now, I'm going to take all of these off at once.
Wondering, in Hangouts, you see the little icons along the bottom of the screen, and they're not showing up.
Tell AuntBec that she needs 3 people to see those icons.
Y'all hear Linda's voice.
Tell her she needs 3 people.
Choose her to be on the big screen. It won't show.
She needs 3 people. Tell her that.
Meri said if we had 3 or more, they would show up along the bottom.
Right.
I don't know.
Yes.
I got that on crookedness. And it ain't coming up. I ain't worried about it.
Thank you, Janet. Thank you. I heard you. I heard her say that. Vanessa says you have to click on one person. Hi, Vanessa, Angel Rose. Hey, thanks for coming in. You may be able to help me with this Google Hangout stuff, too. I can get Google Hangout on my old phone, but for some reason it's not coming in on my new phone. So I need to do some practicing with you guys to figure out. AuntBec sent an invite, but I didn't get it on my new phone. So I'm not sure if I have to be signed in at the time that she sends it. I'm not getting an email. And I never have seen an email come through yet.
Stupid little booger.
So, and when I got it on my old phone, it didn't come in an email. It came in, it popped up on my screen, my Hangout screen. So, I'm not sure what's going on there. You have to be signed in on your phone, Vanessa says. That's probably why I wasn't getting it, Vanessa, because I wasn't signed in. I'll bet you.
Oh, God, I can't see
Thank you for telling us that. AuntBec and I are going to practice privately. So,
There we go, people.
yeah. Thank you, Vanessa. We need to get you in on this. Are you in AuntBec's chat by any chance, Vanessa? Because you could probably fill her in on everything that you're filling me in on. AuntBec and I are kind of newbies to this hangout thing. Oh, you're creating and sharing. Oh, okay. Well, thank you for coming to my live. I appreciate that.
With his arms and his legs all out.
And Vanessa, I don't think you've ever been here, but I have a terrible problem with getting disconnected during my lives. But for the last time, now I got disconnected 2 or 3 times already today. But when it happens more than 3 times, I get mad and I send a message to YouTube. I send feedback and I say, it's kicking me out of my live. And I did that the last time and it hasn't kicked me out. So, and I did that last Friday night. And after I sent that message, so I'm thinking YouTube must start me on a server that's really crowded. And maybe they moved me over to another server or something. I don't know. I was thinking that it was my phone connection, but now I'm thinking YouTube might have a little to do with it. I don't know. I'm guessing. All right, I want to do the back. And the back paper is 9.5 high by 4 3/4 wide. And let's see what I have. I have this and this. And I have that one that I tore. What did I do with the torn one?
All right.
I didn't want to use the torn one. Was that the torn one that I had here? Is this the... Yes, this is the torn one. So I should have another side to this one. And I do, it's here. So I think I'll put this on the back.
I might cut butterflies out and stuff to see around on that page.
Oh, AuntBec's doing butterflies. I got butterflies, AuntBec.
The only other thing I'm going to do today live is put Tricia's page in here.
Let's see. I think I'll use this. Only this will be flowers. And I want it 9.5 high by 4 3/4 wide.
Susan Baker's page.
This is such a fun project.
Susan's page.
And I usually do really good until
Pause to go do something
I get
else.
to the flap.
I think we went down to the house.
9.5. 9.5 high.
Yeah, all of it was gone. Oh, crap.
So Vanessa, I'm really glad that you joined us.
I went ahead and did it up. This is her card she made.
You are not in the States, are you? This is your first time here. Where are you? What? I don't think you're from the United States. You're from across the ocean, aren't you? From us? Am I mistaken there? Oh, you are in the States. What made me think that you weren't in the States? See, I have you mixed up with somebody else, which is... Oh, you live in Massachusetts? Oh, well, you know, Meri doesn't learn things until she makes a fool out of herself in front of the whole wide world. So, getting where you live wrong is the least of it, but I won't forget where you live now. Well, thank you for joining. Do you do lives, Vanessa? I'll have to find out if you have a schedule, and if you do any lives, and I'll have to come visit you.
So somewhere in between here.
9.5 by. You do.
I like Linda's page a lot.
You do painting a lot, don't you? What do you do in your lives? Do you do mixed media or?
Yeah, you always got that, like, you like it or you don't like it, you know. Yeah. So,
you go live every Friday? During the day? Or what time on Friday? You do it all. You're multi-talented.
Because it's not my stream, I'm not paying attention to the chat. Is that weird? Nah.
At 8 p.m. Oh, you're live during my live. Well, we're going to have to get together. Because if you're live at the same time I am, see, I go live at 7:30 p.m. Central Time, and you're 8 p.m. Eastern Time, so we overlap. But I can peek in on you like I am with AuntBec. And we're going to have to work on a project together, Vanessa. I don't care if you go live the same time I do, because my attitude toward lives overlapping is that this is a great big world. This is a great big world, and there are millions of people on YouTube. Maybe not millions of art people, but there's enough internet to go around. That's my attitude. And I think it's fun to be able, like I'm doing with AuntBec. She's live at the same time I am. And the way that I'm understanding from Janet says that she could be in AuntBec's live at the same time that she's in my live. Because she's probably on a desktop where, on my phone, I can only get one screen at a time. I can have more than one tab, but I can only bring up one tab at a time. But if you're on a desktop and, you're on a browser, you can go to different channels.
Okay, there we go.
Hi, Eva. Welcome, lady. Eva, AuntBec is live at the same time. I'm working with AuntBec. She's doing her Lunchbag project, and I am working with AuntBec doing the Lunchbag project.
But you got it off without pulling the paper.
Yeah, you have to have more than one screen open at the same time. And I can open more than one screen on my phone, but I'd have to minimize it, and while I'm going live, it'll probably just show some weird icon. It probably disconnect me. So I'm on a mobile. I'm not on a desktop or laptop or camera. But it would be fun when you go live. I'll have to watch for you this Friday.
You are.
To go, if you're live at the same time I am,
But I got the wrong.
I can peek in on you just like I'm peeking in on AuntBec. But I want you to know that I'm doing it. I don't want to just crash your party. I crashed in. Well, I talked to Crafty Mamas. She's live. She goes live about the same time you do. But on Friday nights, we kind of talked about it, but she wasn't quite set up. But I was so curious to see if it would work that I kind of crashed her party last Friday night just for a few minutes to see if I could do this. Because I wasn't sure. I knew I could go to another video on my old phone while I was doing live, but I didn't know if I could go to another live at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
But I can't. AuntBec and Linda are doing the Google Hangouts together, and for some reason, I wasn't getting AuntBec's invite on my new phone. And it sounds to me like you're saying that I need to be signed on, have my app open when the invite comes. And that may be what my problem was. AuntBec and I are going to have to practice. We just said we're going to do Google Hangouts and we'll figure it out. Right.
A little bit of a boo-boo. Well, it's pretty good boo-boo.
It looks like she's on Linda's. I hope Linda doesn't mind, because I'm on AuntBec's channel and Linda's doing a Google Hangout with her. So, Linda, you're kind of in my video.
When you're rolling, you have like these.
That's kind of like an implied consent. All right. Look at this. I'm really happy with this. Now we do a flap. And the flap is where I always get mixed up. I did the flap at 9 1/4 and 5 1/2. Score at 3/4. So I have to figure out, I think I'll do the flap. Do I want to do the flap or the tag? This is not a double, this paper seems to be stronger. Maybe it's my imagination. I'm thinking I'll do the flap with this butterfly one here. Maybe. I seem to like this one better for the flap. And I think I'll do the butterfly. I think I will.
And I don't know if Patricia's a cat or a dog person, so I'm a cat person, so I was going to use just the little cats and put the dogs aside.
They must have, I don't think AuntBecs, I think she's finished with her lunch bag project. It looks like she's working on something for Patricia now.
Yeah, a blind
Ooh, I like that.
And just a mutt dog.
Is that AuntBec? I think that might be Linda. Okay.
The mutt is like 17 years old.
Flap, 9 1/4 high by 5 1/2 wide. We're making it a little bit wider because I'm going to make a flap, so I need a fold. So let's cut the 5 1/2 first. And I want the butterflies to show. See, I haven't got kicked off since I complained to YouTube. So I think if I keep complaining to them, they might start me on a good server. I think YouTube might have a little to do with this. I'll have to do the help thing and see if they can help me out with that.
I gotta go get a paintbrush and
maybe they can just start me on a good server. Okay, that's 5 1/2 by...
If you walk away and put me on, then you've got something to look at, you know?
9 1/4. It goes this way, 9 1/4. There's 9 1/4. Yeah, Janet, if you're still with me here, Miss Mary, are you okay, Facebook? A whole big world. Vanessa, that was her last comment. Vanessa, I know Vanessa Angel Rose from Creative Arts Collaboration Group. She is one of the moderators over there. So that's how I know Vanessa. Yeah. Oh, you're still here, Janet. Yay.
that's a good idea.
Yeah, Jen, I was going to say, yeah, I'm still, figuring this out. Oh, I'm going to have to fold my butterflies under. I don't want to fold my butterflies under the tab. 3/4. 3/4. How much am I going to get? Probably about that. Oh, well, that's life. Gonna get a cut of... Butterflies are going to be coming out of the wall.
That's the bad thing about
Janet and I were talking about our hair being
really fat to start off.
turning gray, and I'm growing mine out. And it sounds like Janet is growing hers out. Maybe I'll use the bone folder for that. I don't want to score it too deep. Maybe I'll score it on this side. I'm going to do my score mark at 3/4, which would be right here.
Yes, I'm doing that.
Just kind of a light score mark. And fold. See, I cut off just a teeny bit of those butterflies, especially the bottom one. I might put a butterfly, or I might put the birds on down here somehow, fussy cut them out. We'll see.
The weird thing is I do hear a heartbeat.
Hi! Cool Gray? Cool Gray, I know your name. I want to call you. It starts with an L, and I can't remember right offhand. My head is 10 million different places today. Tell us your real name, Cool Gray. Lynn! Lynn! Of course. Welcome, Lynn. Welcome. See, I want color on here. I wanted a, I don't know about this. I don't know. Maybe I'll just put, maybe. Now, I don't have enough to piece it. Maybe I'll double it up. I was going to use one of these for my tag.
My blocker envelope I sent her.
I'm getting out this other scrap piece here. I'm going to cut this to fit this, which is 9.5 by, we trimmed it down, we've scored it off, by 4 3/4. 9.5 by 4 3/4. I'm going to, not 9.5, 9 1/4. 9 1/4 by 4 3/4.
That can be scary.
See, all these measurements, Aunt Beck has them down because she does these. This is her project. I'm following along. So 4 3/4. 4 3/4. What are you doing over there, Aunt Beck? You're working, somebody's working in a composition book on her channel.
Janet said she didn't fluff her book this time because after making
4 and 4.
She found it too hard to work in.
4 3/4. Somebody tell Aunt Beck that I'm getting along really good over here. I still got them going. I'm listening to them.
Might end up dragging to the doctor tomorrow, kicking
4 3/4. And this will be glued down.
He's like got his earphones on.
It might be glued that way, though. I might have to put washi tape on that. I'm figuring this out. No, I think it goes like this. It'll go on this side and it'll go in there like this. All right, so 9 1/4, I think I said. 9 1/4. Aunt Beck's calling somebody a brat. 9 1/4. I think that was her hubby.
Oh, down to our house? No. We're at the cottage right now.
They're at the cottage. They're staying in, I think it's Scott's sister.
Our house is where our son is.
While they're getting their house ready to sell.
We're down there every other weekend.
Yeah, I like that.
Making repairs.
Making repairs. I'm talking to Aunt Beck and she can't hear me.
Yeah. 31-year-old baby, nearly 32. He is doing better. At least there's not, like, dishes stacked in the kitchen anymore since I read him the riot act about that being unacceptable.
No dishes stacked in the kitchen, Greg. Greg is her son.
And he feeds the dog, so I guess
he feeds the dog and takes care of the house while they're not there. Aunt Beck can't hear me.
It's Tippy.
It's Tippy. Mary, when you say something to Becky, I type it into her chat. Thank you, Janet. That is really neat. Thank you, Janet. So Lynn says, are you following along real time with another video? Is that the deal? Yes, Lynn. I am AuntBecs Creations. AuntBec Creations. Creations. Is live at the same time that I am. And we were going to do a Google Hangout, but I couldn't sign in on my Google Hangout from my new phone. So I'm going to have to learn how that is doing. So I just asked her if I could go live at the same time and watch her live. So I am watching her live while I'm live. And I can hear her, but she can't hear me. She is in a Google Hangout with Linda McAllister. That's who she's talking to. Thank you, Janet. I think that is the link to Aunt Beck's live. Thank you, Janet. Janet is such a good person to have moderate in your chats because she leaves all kind of links and she fills in. Thank you, Janet. Oops. I took all these off at once. Shouldn't have done that, but I'm not going to put them back on.
Janet's dual watching, I think.
Yep.
She's listening to Meri go live doing her bag on her channel.
Thank you, Janet. Thank you.
In on Hangouts.
Yeah, I had an issue.
What did go wrong then?
find the email on her phone.
Yeah, it wasn't coming through.
Phone yet, maybe. I guess she'll figure it out.
I gotta trim this off.
Figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Sometimes it just takes a little time to.
I think, tell AuntBec that it was probably because I was not signed into Hangouts on my new phone. I was signed in to Hangouts on my old phone, and it let me in on my old phone. So when she sent the invitation, the invite, I wasn't there to get it. But I don't understand if she sent it an email, why I have to be signed, because I never got an email.
I like that print you have. There's one.
So I don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to trim this up. Yeah. A little. I might have to distress the edge a little there.
This one. I don't like this one. That's bad.
It needs something else. That other one.
Yeah. It needs
So I'd love to be in that Google Hangout with them. I think that would be fun. But we'll get there. Now, I like that.
a journal from a file folder.
Except I think they're done with their lunch bag, and I'm still working on mine.
Together.
So I want this to go in here,
Stop it.
right here.
Nice picture.
And I think AuntBec trims,
Found it on Pinterest.
angles her corners here,
Front of my cover.
I get
like
stuck on
that.
Pinterest.
I probably could have gotten that a little bit closer.
I stay
That's
there
why I
too
had
long.
to trim it.
Scott says he doesn't understand it. He said it just gets on his nerves.
So it goes like
He
this.
hates Pinterest.
Only I have to leave about 1/8 of an inch because
I
of
don't
the...
like Twitter.
I like it because you can
Right
find a lot of
there.
stuff that you normally don't find, like this picture that I got on the
And I'll probably have to go in and put some color on that. I might put some washi tape in there.
Or like, can I do that? I don't know.
All right.
I just do it. But,
Let's get some of this messy off.
People who are doing it, so why not me, you know?
Yeah.
And I just like how she I think she did painted it, or I have no clue. So I found her website. I forgot to bookmark it.
Oh, man.
She had so many beautiful, but I don't know how to journal with this kind of stuff. But you know,
I don't know what they're talking about there.
you can do it in here.
I think they're completely done with their lunch bags.
You know what I'm saying?
Mary's doing the ketchup job, but I'm happy with this so far. Whoops, except for I pulled it off with my hand.
Really nice.
Yeah.
And then something on top of it.
Get rid of that.
Let's stick her piece of tape she had on the outside of the envelope down so that it's on here too. We'll see if it'll stick.
It looks like she's doing her friendship journal.
Let's see.
AuntBec is doing her friendship journal, I think, from Patricia. I think that's what's going on over in her channel. Notice how AuntBec flew through hers. And Mary's still... and Mary's still putting hers together. Now, I have to be careful when I do this, because I always do it wrong. I think I'm right.
Sirens, huh?
I have to leave a little. There. And then I'm going to put some washi down here. And then it folds. And it's not supposed to fold right up to the top because there needs to be a gap in here for when it binds. But I'm going to go ahead and cut the tab. And I could make the tag, the inside tag, I could make it out of these scraps. But you know what? I like this so much. I think I'm going to cut my tag out of this. And that is, inside tag is 9.5 again by 4.5. 9.5 by 4.5.
Oh God, that was always so funny.
I got 10 people in here. Hello, everybody.
I didn't do that.
Hi, Melissa, if you're still here. I've been chattering and working on my bag. So, hello. Oh, you're here. Hi, lady. Very nice to see you. I am watching AuntBecs live while I'm working on my live. Hi, Kathy. Kathy, the lady who sent me a zine, and I'm feeling so guilty because you haven't got yours yet. So I'm going to make you a zine, Kathy. It will be a springy one. I really messed up on pages because I didn't know that the theme was spring. I didn't read it carefully enough, so I sent her a Tim Holtz one. Yours will not be a Tim Holtz one. Yours will be a spring one. But you sent me a zine and you haven't got anything back yet, and I feel so bad. You didn't have to do that. You too. You know, watching someone else's live stream during live stream can break the interwebs.
At least with our cats, they are. They just kind of
I don't know. If I can break it, I will, Melissa. I know. But let me show you the zine that Kathy sent me. It is so beautiful. It's just so, I know I've shown this before, but look at what she sent me. It is just so well done. It is just, and it's got these little, I've never seen the tags that come out this way before. It's just so well done, and it's so cheerful. I keep it out on my computer desk. Isn't that nice? And Melissa, I would join your friendship journal, but let me tell you, I am snowed under with projects. If I join one more project, I'm going to break the internet. And look, this one comes out. It's so pretty, and she's got a little embellishment on there, and this is the band that goes on it. So this goes in here like this. It's just so beautiful. And Kathy was not even my partner. And I don't put the band back on it completely because I like to open it up. I just kind of set it like that. And then Paige, my partner was Paige. My swap partner was Paige. This was AuntBecs Zine Chat. It would be fun, but I have to, but at a time that I'm not doing something with AuntBec, I might come in and join one of your other projects if you have something else going on. I just have to find the right one at the right time. So I haven't, don't kick me out of your group yet for not participating. It's just that I have to find the right time to participate. This is the one that Paige sent me, and she kept saying, Meri, I'm not artistic. Baloney. Look at this. It's so well made. Thank you. You won't kick me out. The internet kicks me off all the time. And this is so well made. And I'm going, she said she wasn't artistic, but I don't want to say I'm a messy crafter. I craft very distressed. And when I get something that's so well made and so neatly done, it just really blows my mind. It's just beautiful. Let's see, I got a message coming through. I got a message from you, Vanessa, but I can't read it while I'm online, so I'll wait. If you're still in here, Vanessa, I'll have to wait till I signed off to read your message. Isn't this beautiful? I think she did an excellent job. And look at this. I know that that's a bling embellishment, but I always wrinkle these up. I can't get these on. Okay, Vanessa, thanks. Isn't that well done? I just can't do anything neat like this. And I just treasure these when I get them. They are very, very nicely done. Thank you, Maria. So I've been enjoying those, and I was choosing some papers for zines this morning, so I'm going to work on some zines. I want to get some washi tape and put there, and I want to cut my tag, which I have to look, 9.5 by 4.5. Let's do that right now. 4.5 4.5 this way. I keep putting this away and taking it out and putting it away and taking it out. You think I'd have everything cut,
So every month
but I
you do a
don't.
paper bag.
4.5.
Wow.
Each month. And then I was going to do
There's
the
4
whole
3/4.
year, but it's getting too fat. You know, bind it together. So I'm going
So what is this lunch bag journal? This lunch, let me show it to you, Melissa. I'll show you what I have. Aunt Beck is a lot further along than I am. What did I do with my pages? Here they are. This is Aunt Beck's project in her group, and she's creating these out of lunch bags, and she's doing one every month. I won this envelope. Aunt Beck painted that snowman, and I won that. And so I put it on hers, and she does these. She has directions where you make a flap, you decorate it all up. And this is my, Aunt Beck helped me with the February one. I think that was the one that she helped me with, was the February one. And it came out really nice. And then you decorate them all up. Aunt Beck is putting Happy Mail and embellishing, and she puts a card in here. She's way ahead of me. This is my March one. This was a Tyvek envelope, so you know it's a little wrinkly in there because this is plastic. It's a Tyvek. And then this is my April one, and I still have to embellish mine. But that's what they are, and you do one every month. Now for May, I'm working on May's today, and this is my May one. And then there's a tag that fits right in here. And that's what I wanted to do here, which was, I have to look again, 9.5 by 9.5 by 4.5.
Like fabric, and it's permanent.
Okay.
So what are you doing, Melissa, on your channel? What are
I know
you...
you can thin it with something, but
You bind them all together at the end of the year. Yeah, Aunt Beck is going to bind all hers together, I think. I heard her say her journal was getting awfully fat, so she might do it in sections. But I'm thinking that I'm going to put mine in with my Society of Idea Collectors and my Creative Year project. So I'll have all my January art together, all my February art together. So I might have Society of Idea Collectors.
Meri has problem with her internet connection.
I think I'm back.
she has horrible time staying connected.
I think I'm back.
She's off again.
Yeah.
The other night, she was just going to say, I quit, because it was like 3 or 4 times they popped her off. And she started sending complaints to YouTube, and then she stayed on for the rest of the time. So I don't know.
Well, I've got a feeling it's not YouTube, but
Yeah.
maybe she should check her internet cable.
Yeah, no, it's phone. I kind of think YouTube has something to do with it
She really needs
too.
to be hardwired.
Yeah.
Not over Wi-Fi.
Hardwired. I can't afford it.
Somebody else in, or he go back out?
How much?
Now,
4.5 by 9.5. Oh, that's life.
Poison ivy. We need to get some of that. What's it
I'll
called?
just have to get kicked off and come back and get kicked off and come back. But I do think YouTube might have a little to do with it. I think so. But, hey, I'll take what I can get.
Chin is itching and
Now this is going to be my inside tag. So I got a corner chomper here. Yay.
Papa.
This is a gift. From me to me. I got tired of a bad corner chomper and I got this crocodile. I think I got it at Hobby Lobby. Whoops, that wasn't the one. I wanted the bigger one.
That's like 2 inch.
Yeah.
I've got one of the Fiskars that you
There, and then I want to do I got the angle one. I've had the angle one for a while.
a lot better than
Angle
these other
one. I've had the angle
ones.
one for several
Motion with
years.
these is
And
not
it goes
always
this
easy with
way.
my hands on.
And this way.
Yeah.
And then I have the
Kelly was
center
gonna lay
punch
in
that
the
I'm just going to
foot.
put a
She was
punch in.
marching over to lay down in it. And I was like, no.
Like that. There.
Sit down.
So, thank you to everybody who came back in. Yeah, thank you, Kathy. I can't say that verbally, but thank you for saying it for me. I'm back. Thank you for sticking with me, Vanessa. I was asking, is Melissa still in here? I was asking Melissa if what she was doing on her YouTube. Her, I think her, is it your daughter-in-law that's going live tonight? Yeah. What is she doing? What is she working on these days? Now you have to put it at the back, not the front, Meri. You have to put it in the back like this. And so the tag fits in there, and it's done, except for I want to put some washi tape there.
It itches like crazy, and then it's just nasty.
Yeah.
I think we got them, but not as heavy as...
Carrie, I'm not sure if she's having a show or not. She hasn't been feeling well. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, well, phooey.
Yeah, Meri Ellen.
Well, you know, she has your son. I want to call your son Patrick, and I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Got these cute little palm trees.
He helps her out, doesn't he? Melissa says she's been doing... Oh, what are creeples? C-R-E-E-P-L-E-S. What are those? People? Creepy peoples? Is that what they are? That's how I'm interpreting it. I'm going to get some washi tape. Hold on a minute here. I'm going to get some washi tape. Let's see.
I think I'm going to have to let that dry completely before I put that.
Jen Yates sent me some gold washi tape in Happy Mail. Yep, is that what they are? Creepy collage people. Now there's something that I could do, Melissa. I'm gonna have to look in on you and see what you're doing for creepy collage people. That sounds fun. I like that idea. I might join in on that. Are you doing a swap, or are you just doing it as a project for your mixed media self? Melissa, I finally did a creeple. It was fun to do. You will love the creeples. I've got to find out about these creeples. You guys, you take me in so many directions. They educated me finally on this channel about Frankenpages. I didn't know what a Frankenpage was. I do now.
I just added the tag.
And I'm having fun with Frankenpages, even though I've only done one. But I'm collecting stuff for Frankenpages now. The creeples are awesome. Just make a creepy journal full. Wow. That sounds fun, Melissa. Vanessa says, I still don't know what a Frankenpage is. Let's see what I can find my Frankenpage. Hold on, Vanessa. If it doesn't kick me off, what did I do with my Frankenpage? Here it is. Now, this is my Frankenpage. This is not how... What it is really is they're just sewing page scraps together. But I used a music sheet as the base. And I just started putting scraps on it. And now I'm sewing. I haven't done any more work on it since the last time I showed it. But, see, this is just scrap paper. And that's why they call it Frankenpages. And some of the gals sew it with sewing machines. I'm hand stitching mine. I did some zigzag stitch here, which shows through here on the back side. I did some blankets. Well, that's not blanket stitch. That's just kind of like a whip stitch. And then I started doing on her dress here. I did... I started out doing a stem stitch, if you're familiar with embroidery. A stem stitch is kind of where the stitch overlaps the next one. You can kind of see it in there. And then I went to a long stitch here, and then I ended up with back stitching there. Yeah, it's just a way to use up your scraps. Thank you, Janet. Thanks for adding to that, because... But I went to the library sale on Saturday, and I found a stack of music pages. Let's see. Let me get them out here.
She's like, good, it's about darn time.
I can't show you everything I found at the library sale, but I found this book. It was a $5 bag, and look, I found this Christmas book. I thought this will be nice for the December Daily coming up in December. So I got that. It was $5 paper sack, and I found all these music pages, all these music sheets. So this is going to be the base of my Frankenpage journal. I was just gluing scraps in a magazine during my live, and the gals said, Frankenpage, Frankenpage. What are Frankenpages? So they got me started on a music sheet doing this. Let's see, I also, at the library, I can't show you everything because not everything's here. Some of the stuff is in the other room, but I got this big old history book. I love history books. And look at this. This goes from, it's a Chronicle of America, and it goes from, on the sidebar here, where do the sidebars start? Wait. The sidebars start at 1492, of course. And it goes, the sidebars go throughout the whole book. And I'm going, wow, this would be a cool for a history. And you got all these images in here. So I'm going to be, I love history books. I love these old images. And I use them in my glue booking. So I'm going to be tearing this book apart. I have to tell you guys. Does anybody know the page size for a 6x6 mini album? This is the first one I'm working on. Well, if you're working 6x6, are you talking about an actual scrapbooking one where you insert your pages into? Is that what you're talking about? Are you making one? If your page size is 6x6 and you're going to glue it down, I would just allow a 1/4 inch on each side. I don't know if that's the official size, but if you allow a 1/4 inch here and a 1/4 inch there, that would be 6.5 by 6.5. Does that make sense to you, Janet? You're making it. Yeah, I would allow, if you're making it, and if you're 6x6, I've got a 6x6 here, hold on.
I guess I won't be sticking this down.
These are 6x6 sheets, papers. So let's tear one out here. 6x6, well here, so that's 12. 6 here and 6 here is 12. So depending on how you're making it, if you're cutting it out of a big sheet, or if you're using separate sheets, you might want to allow, I would allow a 1/4, especially on the two sides here. It's up to you what you want to do there. I would allow a 1/4 there too. You can always cut off, you can't put back on. So it just depends on how you're making it. If you're making it out of a wide sheet of paper, or if you're binding it. Yeah, I'm not sure how you're making it, but yeah. Isn't this neat? This is another pad I got when I ran away one weekend to Lincoln. I hardly ever go to Lincoln. I haven't been up there since I moved back to Nebraska. It's going on 2 years. And one weekend, I said, I'm running away to Lincoln, and I ran away. I just got in my car and went up there one Saturday. And I didn't know they had a sale at Michael's. They had their big 70% off sale. So Kathy is asking Vanessa, how are you planning on binding it? That's a good question. I'll let you guys talk about it. But I got this book at the library sale. I bought a couple of novels, cat books. We like those cat mystery books. I got a sack of, let me get them. They're in the other room in here. Right in here.
Make it a little bit smaller to fit in the journal.
I didn't pack a lot in my
she's
sack,
gonna be
but I
cute
did
on that
pack some
page.
things in there. I have Am I still live? I walked away. I got some puzzle pieces. I was watching Aunt Beck. She looks like she got some puzzle pieces at her Goodwill thrift store. I thought I got some at the library sale, so I got those. I got another history book. I love these history books. I like history anyway, but I like the images in the history books. That's just right up my alley. And then I got some magazines. And I like the Smithsonian magazines. And this is a mental floss one. These are kind of like Challenge Your Mind magazines. I don't think they publish anymore. I could be wrong. And this is about the Civil War. So I look for these type of magazines, the history ones, and then this is an Audubon. I got a couple of bird ones.
Mary Ellen, she said,
got pretty birds. But I also, these doilies and laces were sitting on a card table. And I thought, oh, I wonder what what am I going to pay for these? And I asked the lady, and she said, I said, how much are those? They were in a stack like this. They weren't in a bag. And she said, oh, just put them in your $5 bag. So I got all my books and magazines and everything, plus all these laces and doilies, handmade. Look at this one. I thought this would make a really nice needle case. It has to be pressed out. But it's all hand done. And this lace, of course, is not hand done. This looks like it's a scarf of some sort. I haven't had these out since I brought them home. This looks like a dresser scarf, or maybe even a dress scarf, or a collar. It's really pretty. It's lace sewed on lace. And then these are all hand crocheted. And I love this kind of stuff. Hi, Cindy! Cindy, I am watching Aunt Beck. Of course, Aunt Beck's moved on, and so have I. We have worked on our lunch bag project. And I was trying to do a Google Live with Aunt Beck, but I couldn't get signed on. So she's letting me watch her channel like you do. Only she's live while I'm live. And it looks like she's working on Melissa's friendship journal. And I'm showing everybody what I got at the library sale. But I finished my lunch bag project. And my other video that you're concerned about is processing over on my laptop. So it's coming, Cindy. It's coming, I promise. But I'd already signed up to do this with Aunt Beck, and I'm going, oh my goodness, I haven't finished my other videos, so it's in edit mode. So these are crocheted with a little bit heavier thread, but I do like them anyway. And I kind of like to... I was watching Shannon Green's most recent video. She put up one today where she's using her old spray inks. And I was thinking it would be fun to create some spray inks and spray through these. And I've done that before. And these are thick enough and wide enough that it will work with these. When you get too thin, like something like this, I don't think would work very well, because the ink, if you use a spray, it just kind of falls underneath. But these thicker ones really work nice. I did that. One of my very first YouTube videos that I put up, I sprayed through doilies. And this cost me a little of nothing. And they're pretty. So I might use these for mixed media.
Halloween, she made little monster cupcakes.
So, Creeple Peoples. Melissa 70 Acres is in here, and she was telling us that she was doing creeples. She calls them creeples. And they're creepy people that she puts together. She's got me really interested in that. So I'm going to have to go check out her channel and check out the creeples. I think I might be doing some creeples. So Melissa and Aunt Beck are still going over there. I'm just yakking away. They're working on different projects. I'm done with my lunch bag project. You have a playlist. Melissa says she has a playlist for her creeples. Thanks, Melissa. Janet, if you're in here, are you still here, Janet? Can you get the link to Melissa's? Let's see, Melissa, are you? You can, Melissa, you can too. I gave you a wrench. If you can go to your channel and leave a link to your playlist, I'd appreciate that.
She sent me when I told her, I said that envelope needs stars. She said, well, I'll mail it to you.
Okay, I'll hang on. Kathy says, I'll check when Mary's show is over. I don't know how to have two things open at the same time. Yeah, Kathy. I'm going to let Melissa drop her link. Well, after Melissa puts her link to her playlist, I'm done with everything. I'm done with my Lunchbag project. I've shown you my Franken page and my library haul. Oh, there it goes. Thank you, AuntBec. AuntBec. I got AuntBec playing here. Thank you, Melissa. I'm all done. So I think I've been going for an hour and a half here. So I think I'm going to sign off, say goodbye to everybody, have a really good day. I'll be streaming live on Friday night. And if Vanessa is live on Friday night, I might try to peek in on her live while I'm live. We might go visit her. So, bye, Melissa. Have a good weekend, and I can't wait to see what your creepos are like, and I'll try to be a little bit more active in your group. Bye, everybody. Thanks for coming. Bye, AuntBec. Thanks for letting me create with you.
Apparently, Greg needs to really talk to.
So, have a great rest of the week, and I'll see you on Friday, and I'm going to go work on my other video for Cindy.